Julian Brown with Pitt Viper Sports. Today I have with me Caleb Cunningham, a 5-star wide receiver from Choctaw County High School in Ackerman, Mississippi. Caleb, nice to meet you. Thanks for doing this.
Yes, sir. No problem. No problem.
Well, look, you've had a great run lately. You've had lots of offers from Power 5 football programs, top 10 football programs, including the University of Georgia. How have you enjoyed all this attention? Have you enjoyed it, or have you found it to be a lot of pressure?
It's really fun, and it's like good experience to be able to go watch a lot of college football and being recruited. It's just a blessing.
I mean, has it surprised you that you've gotten to the top of the recruiting pile so quickly? I mean, like when a team like Georgia is interested in you, is that pretty overwhelming? Or right at this point, you're used to it and you just, go about your business and do the trip?
Yeah, it was pretty unbelievable. I knew it would come because all I had to do is talk to God and pray, and He answered the prayer. So it came, dream came true.
Wow. Well, how did you get started in sports? I read somewhere that you were actually a basketball player before you were a football player.
Yes, sir. I did like basketball before football. So when I was little, I started playing basketball. Then I thought that would be my sport. Then I started playing football when I was like 6, 7, and then people said that I think you could be a good football player, so you need to play football. And I started playing football, and now I've been playing it since I was little.
Is it true your mother was the one that wanted you to play football? Because a lot of times these days it's the mother who talks the kid out of playing contact football.
Yes, sir. She wanted me to play football.
Your mother's old school.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Was she an athlete as well?
Yes, sir. She played basketball and ran track.
Okay. And you run track also, is that correct?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Yeah. And you went to the state track meet this year.
Yes, sir. And long jump and triple jump.
Right. Well, let's get back to basketball for a minute. Who are your first role models in basketball? Who'd you try to play like?
Kevin Durant.
Oh, is that right?
Kevin Durant.
Can you hit the long range jumper?
Oh yeah, yes sir. That's my favorite shot. I can knock down the middies.
Right. So, well, in terms of coaches, who are some of the basketball coaches that have been important to your development?
I'm gonna say, is you talking about like NBA coaches?
Well, it could be, but most likely it's someone in the area in Choctaw County that you.
Coach.
Yeah, Coach.
Petty, he's a pretty good coach. I love him to death. Like he really believed in me. He just showed me love and stuff. And I just like him. I think he one of the best high school coaches in Mississippi. He knows how to coach, and he's a really good coach, smart. And I just love him to be my coach. He's a good coach.
What's his name again?
Christopher Pettit.
Oh, Pettit. Okay. Is basketball big in Choctaw County? Because up north, I live in the DC area. We think of Mississippi as football country. Is basketball big where you are?
Yes, sir. It is a lot of good teams in Mississippi. That's really, but in Mississippi we eat football and basketball around here.
Yeah. So I know you played varsity as a freshman. At your games, would you get a big crowd at your games? And is it an enthusiastic, loud crowd at basketball games?
Oh yes, sir. It's real loud at our games, especially when I dunk on somebody or do a fantastic dunk. It'd be loud. It'd be loud.
And you enjoy that, don't you?
Yes, sir. It's fun. It's fun.
So how does the basketball environment compare to Friday Night Lights when you're playing football? Which one do you prefer? Do you love both of them, or is the slam dunk in traffic, is it more fun than the catching a touchdown pass or the winning touchdown pass over your defender?
That's a hard question to answer right there. It's a hard question, but I think I like the dunking because you know you hear the crowd right there where you at, and it's all closed in, and they be very loud. But I love football though. I love football though, and like basketball. So when I dunk, I do like hearing the crowd holler and stuff. But I love also catching the pass when the fans, cheer.
Do you think being a good basketball player helps you to be a better football player?
Yes, sir. With my conditioning and getting quicker and staying in shape.
Right. Yeah. Well, let's get to football because that's at this point it looks like you're a bigger football recruit than basketball. Obviously, that can change if you keep making those 3-pointers like Kevin Durant and keep dunking on people. It may change, but who are your first role models in football?
DK Metcalf. I love DK Metcalf. That's who I think I could play like strong, fast, and can catch on people.
Yeah. You think one day you'll meet him?
Yes, sir. I'm hoping to get to meet him.
Exactly.
Yes, sir.
So, basketball is a sport you have to practice the skills a lot. You really have to get in the gym, work on your jump shot, work on your ball handling. Football is a little bit more your natural athleticism, means more. Obviously, there's the skills that you have to work on as well. Have you found yourself having to work on your football a lot? Do you go out there with the quarterback and work on your patterns a lot, or has it come pretty natural?
Yes, sir. About every 2 days a week, I go out there and work with the quarterbacks so we get our timing down. And then it's easy, like, to get better in football than basketball. Because basketball, you got to know a lot of stuff from the middle. Also in football, but football, I love working out football, though. With my quarterback getting the timing down, know when to throw the ball, or getting the run routes and try to get faster and quicker.
Exactly. Well, at what point did you know you were going to be good in football? Were you good right away when you first came over from basketball, or did it take you a while to get there?
Oh, yes, sir. It started as when I played Little League ball. People telling me that I was going to be a good football player. So it just started out like that. And I've been good going up to junior high and then high school, as I think, what people say.
Yeah. Right.
Yes, sir.
Did it take you an adjustment to get used to the contact? I mean, how do you feel like when you go over the middle and you get a nice hit from a defensive back? Does that bother you at all, or do you enjoy that too, or is that just part of the game?
Oh, I've been used to it since I was little because I have a brother. He pretty tough. Like he big on football. When I was little, he used to just always knock me down, and then like we used to always work out when we were little and stuff like that. He used to just like to bully me, so I was already used to it. He was also pretty big.
Yeah. Well, how about football coaches? You mentioned your basketball coach. Who are some of the football coaches that have been helpful to you in your development?
Coach Roberts and Coach Gang. Coach Gang, he's also a good wide receiver coach. He knows he's talking about his daddy. He know how to coach receivers pretty good. And Coach Roberts, he knows a lot. So I got people that can help me develop while I'm at school, out to practice and stuff.
Yeah. I know you played varsity basketball as a freshman. Did you play varsity football as a freshman too?
Yes, sir. Right.
So what was that like when you were a ninth grader, probably 14 years old or so, 15 maybe, to get thrown out there in football in very high pressured games? Were you nervous? Did it take you time to adjust to that?
Well, no, sir. No, sir. Like when I was in 8th grade, the coach had said, we will move you up right now, but we ain't going to do it. So I had a feeling I was going to have a chance to play, and I knew I was probably going to be something special. And then my first catch was a touchdown, like a 65-yard touchdown the first game. So it was crazy. And after that touchdown, I got used to it right then. I had like 5 catches, 120-something yards that game, 2 TDs. So I knew it was gonna be a pretty good year for me.
Did people around town start treating you differently when you started scoring touchdowns for varsity?
Oh no, sir. They had always treated me right.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yes,
So
sir.
now Choctaw County, how big is your high school?
Well, it's pretty good. It's pretty big. We're a 2A moving up 3A next year. It's a lot of kids, but we don't get that much exposure around this area. So yeah, it's pretty small down here.
Now, where you are, you're probably like 80 miles or so from Jackson.
Oh, I stay like 2 hours away from Jackson.
Okay. How far are you from Tuscaloosa? About 2 hours also?
I say 3 hours, 3 hours and a half.
So people where you're from, what teams do they support? Like in Choctaw, what are the most of the people support? What team?
You talking about like
For
we
college
support?
football? You have a lot.
We have a lot of big Mississippi State fans around this area. Ole Miss fans.
Okay, so you got Mississippi State and Ole Miss.
Yes, sir.
What about Jackson State?
They haven't offered yet.
Right. Was
But they it's pretty good. They recruited me. I went to one of their games and I enjoyed it. So Coach Prime's gone now, so it is what it is.
What was it like to meet Coach Prime?
Oh, I ain't get to meet him because he
okay.
had security guards and stuff around me. Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yes,
He's prime. He's one day you'll be prime time and you'll have your own security details. Would you?
Yes, sir.
Would you consider going to University of Colorado for a visit?
Oh, yes, sir. I would love to fly there to go on a visit.
Right. Yeah. So, well, how about Alabama? You guys are close to Alabama, and I mean, they're a great football program as well. Would you consider University of Alabama as well, or are you? What's your mindset now in terms of the colleges that you're looking at?
Well, I'm liking Mississippi State, Ole Miss, South Carolina, and Florida State. I'm liking them right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
And what are the
if
things?
Alabama do, sir?
I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, you go ahead. You go ahead.
No, I was just saying. What are some of the things that are going to be important to your decision where you eventually go?
Which one's gonna feel like trust in me and I could believe in, and which ones show the most love and feel like I'm at home, and who I know I'm like be really close to, and who really believe and trust in me. Yes, sir.
Yeah. When you're recruited by colleges in this day and age, do you talk to the head coach a lot, or is it mostly the assistant coaches that do most of the contact with you?
It'd be the assistant coaches. Okay. Florida State and Memphis, them was the head coaches that had offered me, and I'll talk to.
So when do you think you want to decide on what college? You're going to do it to your junior year, or are you going to wait till your senior year?
Senior year.
Okay.
Senior year.
How about your mother? What is your mother's input towards the process? Is she enjoying it? Have you guys got to spend a lot of time together? I'm sorry.
Oh yes, sir. She enjoyed taking me a lot. She played a big part of it because she the one that got to get me there. She the one that got me in the world. I love her a lot, and she's a good mom. She loved taking me on these visits. She enjoyed
it. Yeah. Nowadays, Caleb, it's different than when I was going to college in that kids have sponsorship opportunities, NIL, and other things that we didn't have as athletes. I wasn't your level athlete, but even if I was, there was no type of sponsorship opportunities for kids, for athletes. How does that factor into your decision? Do you like the fact that you might be able to, provide a little support to your family at a young age? Does it change how you look at the schools?
That's really a hard answer. That's a hard question to answer.
Yeah.
It's a hard question to answer. Yeah.
Right. You did not mention the University of Georgia, and I know they're interested in you, and they're the two-time national champion. Is the fact that they're having so much success, is that important to your decision?
You said Georgia?
Yeah, University of Georgia.
Oh yes, sir. That's pretty big time school right there. I love Georgia. I went to to that game, it was a nice environment. I love to play on that field, but I don't know. I don't know. They'll be a top pick though. They'll be in the top, probably the top, college I want to go to.
Yeah. What are some of the things that you need to do in the next 2 years to make sure you keep moving forward? I mean, do you have trainers that you work with? What's your plan of attack so that the Caleb Cunningham that comes out and goes to college in 2025 is even better than he is now?
Well, yes, sir. During the spring, I was supposed to be going to work out with Shea Hodge. He another big time receiver that came from Ole Miss, and he's a 7-on-7 coach. So I'm trying to work with him a lot and play on his 7-on-7 team to get developed and get better, faster, stronger, and aggressive, and get my routes polished down.
Right. Yeah. Have you thought about what you'd study at college yet? Do you have any plans for your academic part
Sports medicine.
Oh, okay.
Sports medicine.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. I love sports medicine.
Yeah, I think with your personality, you'd be a great agent one day. I think.
Yes.
I think people would really enjoy working with you. So, well, look, Caleb. Well, Caleb, this has been great. I think reading about you and then talking to you, you got a bright future and you got the right attitude. You got your heart in the right place. And it looks like you got the right people that love you. So I wish you the best. I wish you the best of luck. I can't wait to see you play. And hopefully we can keep in touch.
Yes, sir. Most definitely. Thank you.
Okay, Caleb. Have a good evening.
You do the same.
Okay, buddy. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.